I first found out about Young Life when I was in grade 8 at Hardesty Junior High, and I was invited by one of the Young Life leaders to come to a Friday night club. I wasn't really sure, I didn't know what Young Life was or who these adults were, but I decided to go.
I became a Young Life leader primarily because my husband was involved in it and he introduced me to it. I didn't even know about Young Life growing up. But when I learned about the opportunity to earn the chance to speak into young people's lives, I remembered my growing up and my teen years and how desperately I could have used someone to just spend time with me. It might have spared me some very painful years.
I first found out about Young Life from a family friend who suggested that I should attend club, and I'm so happy that they told me about it because it changed my whole life from that point on.
So I first heard about Young Life from a friend that I went to school with forever, and I thought that she was cool, and she said that her older cousin thought Young Life was cool, so if she thought it was cool, I guess I thought it was cool.
My first impression of my Young Life leader was, wow, this person is really nice and really kind, and she seems to genuinely want to get to know us. And I kind of thought, wow, this person in her 20s and she's married. I didn't understand why she was taking time out of her busy life to get to know me and my friends, but she came to the school all the time and really invested in getting to know us and building a friendship with us, which was really cool.
One of my favorite memories with my Young Life leader is when we were at Rockridge in grade 8. We decided to have a switcheroo, and so we went to breakfast that morning dressed like each other, and everyone believed it, and it was the funniest thing ever because I got to be a leader, and believe it or not, that's when I first decided I wanted to become a leader.
I love the chance to just be real and crazy with kids. It was just so fun to share my faith in an authentic way and to be able to just sit in the sadness of many of their problems and not have to come up with some cliche answer, but to just sit there and earn their trust by just crying with them or telling them, yeah, that really sucks.
So I have lots of really good memories with my Young Life leader, and all of my favorite ones have to do usually with her just being really sweet. And one of my favorites, she isn't actually even there for the story, but I was volunteering at Rockridge, our summer camp, for 3 weeks, and she sent up a care package for me, and she really went all out. She sent me a really nice shirt and my favorite candy, and she sent me a card, a really encouraging card, and it also had the verse Isaiah 40:29-31, and that just was exactly what I needed.
A favorite memory I have with my Young Life leader is when she used to take me and my friends to the Salvation Army to sort food donations. And to a teenager, this doesn't sound like a lot of fun, and we were kind of hesitant if this is something we wanted to do, but she encouraged us to go with her, and it actually ended up being so much fun just sorting cans and food, chatting, and it was also a cool way for her to teach us what it means to serve the community and give back.
So the cool thing about my relationship with my Young Life leader is that it's still happening today. She's still my friend from the day I met her in the 8th grade until now. And one of my favorite things with my relationship with my Young Life leader is I love to tease her. She's such an easy target for being teased, and she just seems to take it and still love me, so I'll always appreciate her for that.
Me and my Young Life leader had a relationship that grew strong really fast. We only got to spend a couple years together before her and her husband moved away, but it was amazing how close we grew in a short period of time, and she was someone that was always there for me if I needed someone to talk to about stuff happening in my life, and she would ask me questions about what's happening as I was in junior high or high school and the stuff that a teenager goes through and struggles with.
My relationship with my Young Life leader has evolved over the years, from junior high to high school, just becoming friends and then making her my leader, and then she became my sister pretty much because I never had an older sibling.
My Young Life leader has had a huge impact on my faith and how it is even today, and I just remember being the kid in the cabin at camp that even if I was sensing God and learning about Him and taking all that in, I was the one that was always like, but what about science and all that kind of things, which is still really important to me, but she let me like have those thoughts and like talk those things out, and that was never seen as like a negative thing. And I think I just like witnessed what my young life leader had in her life, and she just seemed to have this peace about her, and I think that was something that I always knew I could get from God. And then the following year, I was kind of thinking about going on work crew, volunteering at camp, and that was something I knew that was going to be a really spiritual experience. And I didn't feel very confident in myself about it, but my young life leader encouraged me to go. I feel like that was a decision that I should make, and going on work crew was the right thing for me at that time in my life. And that ended up being the thing that pushed me into becoming a young life leader myself. So if I hadn't have gone on work crew with the encouragement of my young life leader, I might not be where I am today.
She's been like an amazing role model, especially going through high school right now, when I'm talking to her about all these things people are doing, and then she can give me some tips and guidelines, which is really helpful.
What I really love about my young life leader is that she genuinely cared for me and my friends. She challenged us about life and our faith, and she really took time out of her busy life to care for us and spend time with us. So I'm so thankful that she was there through junior high and high school for me and my friends.
So not all of young life was easy. You know, there were many days when I was like, why am I doing this? You know, these girls walk all over me. You know, I'm, just giving everything for them. I just want them so badly to see Jesus. Is this even working? And I remember one day at camp, it had been a particularly challenging day, and it's the end of the day, and I was walking back to the cabin, and I was like, Lord, just show me that I'm having an impact. And one of my girls, a very quiet girl, came up to me soon after that and told me she'd given her life to Christ that night. And it's those moments that keep you going. It's those moments that make you realize it's all worth it.
My name is Rebecca Carlson, and I'm thankful for my young life leader, Megan Washington.
My name is Megan Washington, and I'm thankful for my young life leader, Leslie Flett.
My name is Leslie Flett, and I'm thankful for my young life leader, Emily Waringa.
My name is Emily Waringa, and I'm thankful for my involvement in Young Life.